Malcolm Myers. Pollution is the largest environmental cause of death and disease, and coal is the world's largest pollutant. This is according to Rose M. Mueller, a professor at the Department of Economics, Whitman College, in the journal Resource Policies, published in 2022, stated that everyone in this room would benefit from a decrease in pollution by the coal industry. The EPA our Environmental Protection Agency, should increase their regulations of the coal industry in order to decrease avoidable death and disease. First, I will talk about the pollution caused by the coal industry. And second, I will talk about what the EPA should do to decrease pollution by the coal industry. Now let's talk about the pollution of the coal industry. According to Jonathan J. Winokur, a professor at the College for Climate Health and Global Environment, Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, in the journal Environmental Research Letters, published in 2021, 100,000 premature deaths were caused by the burning of fossil fuels like coal. That is 100,000 deaths that could have been avoided. And also, according to Noshan Masood, a professor at the Environmental Geochemistry Lab, Department of Environmental Sciences, Facility of Biological Sciences, Quaid-e-Azam University, in the Journal of Sustainable Mining, published in 2022, in the year 2012, 39% of CO2 and methane emissions can be attributed to the coal industry. Now, the coal industry also causes pollution of the air. It is also directly linked to water pollution. It causes acidified water, and what's known as acid mine drainage. What happens is the water becomes polluted with heavy metalloids like arsenic and zinc. In the US alone, 14,484 kilometers of streams are affected by this acid mine drainage, along with 0.44 million hectares of land. It also will lower the water tables in the surrounding areas. The coal industry has a devastating effect on the local communities as well. In counties in Appalachian mountain regions, there are increased mortality rates. And according to Hagar Zhao, a professor at the Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering, University of Illinois, in the journal Science of the Total Environment, published in 2022, there is a 1 in 50 chance of cancer for people who live around unlined coal waste disposal sites. Speaking of coal waste, there is large amounts of coal waste caused by the coal industry. Upwards of 30 million tons of coal ash released yearly in the form of coal fly ash, and 9 million tons of coal bottom ash released yearly. Now that I've talked about the pollution caused by the coal industry, I will talk about what the EPA should do to increase their regulations of the coal industry. According to Elizabeth Mason, a journalist for the British Medical Journal, published in 2022, the Supreme Court has severely limited the EPA's power to regulate air emissions caused by the burning of fuels like coal. This is due to Congress not explicitly giving power to the EPA to regulate emissions. So Congress should pass increased regulations for air emissions. That is why the EPA should lobby for Congress to pass these emissions sooner rather than later, along with, in the meantime, tightening their restrictions of the waste disposal caused by the coal industry. Now that I've talked about, first I talked about the pollution caused by the coal industry, and second I talked about what the EPA should do to decrease pollution. If the EPA should increase their regulations of the coal industry in order to decrease avoidable death and disease. The coal industry causes avoidable death and disease, therefore the EPA should increase their regulations.